Hi and welcome. I'm John and this is Unique Wargaming Terrain. Guys, welcome back. To all those that you new, this is a painting video. All my regulars here, guys, I feel love. Thank you very much. I'll see you in a second, guys. Right, so what am I, the camera shot actually. What am I painting this time? The last painting video I did was a Phoenix Lord, Swooping Hawk Phoenix Lord, and he broke off the base. So it's like, so I stopped filming. I think it's like a 5-minute video. A hell of a lot of comments on there from you guys about like different ideas to put them back together and all that sort of stuff. And all of them absolutely fantastic ideas. Everything from, super gluing to pinning it to, just loads of different ideas. And some people messaged me on Messenger as well and tell me some ideas. But I actually thought of one that I've already done before, and I thought actually that would be pretty good, especially for him. And I've put him back onto his base, and I'd say just looking at him now, his undercoat silver, that was on the last video that happened, he looks absolutely amazing. Now there's only one problem with him, and it's the same with these guys. Let me grab one of these guys. The Firstborn Space Marines. I've got them on a 25mm base. I only found out yesterday the Space Marines will actually go on a 32mm base. So I have to order them in from GW, from Warhammer Games Workshop. And I think it's $16.50 for 100 or something like that. Because I've got Aspect Warriors, I've got Space Marines, I've got Chaos Space Marines. That all should be on the 32mm base. So I'm going to be sorting that out, same as this guy as well. Now, when they release the new Swooping Hawk Phoenix Lord, if he's on like a Terminator size base, I don't know what that's, or Primaris size base, should I say, whatever size the base this is, 60mm, is that 40mm? I don't know, whatever size base that is, if they release him on that, then to be honest with you, the new model's going to look amazing. So I'll probably end up getting a new model and just using this as a hero. But again, it still be on the bigger base. But that's an easy fix because the base is on. Sorry, my hands will, I was spray painting stuff. The base is on. I just super glue that straight to the bigger base and then just gravel around it. So let me just show you. Actually, no, I'm going to show you the palette first because this model's a little bit special now. Right, Retributor Armor, polished blue, Nagaroth Knight, Genestealer Purple, Vulcan Green, White Scars White, is that? I think so. Yeah, paint's right in front of me. Is that White Scars White? Yeah, White Scar, sorry. Screaming Skull, because everything looks good with a Screaming Skull. This is a very old paint. Warlock Purple. This is Corn Red, and this yellow one, this one I got not so long ago, just checking it out. It's Flanix Yellow. It's a layer paint. So I'm going to check it out today and see if I like it or not. I do have in the background this contrast paint. I do have Moot Green, airbrush version. I don't need Lead Belcher anymore. I do have Piston Red. So you ready? Yeah, so he does stand. It's a little bit wibbly, but he does stand. So when you see the pretty pictures afterwards, you're going to see how amazing he looks. So first thing I'm going to do, I don't know if I should I'm going to contrast him down, actually. I'm going to use this contrast paint on his wings and go for it. It's the first time using this contrast paint. Take it straight from the lid. I'm going to wash his wings down. So I want it to have a metallic-y look. Yeah, that's perfect. I don't know if that's translating on camera. That's gone a lot turquoisey colour on the outside, and it's pooling in the middle there nicely. I'm actually really enjoying. I only have 2 contrasts, well I have 3 now. I have Skeleton Horde as well. I haven't used that yet, but I am actually starting to really enjoy these contrast colours. And when I'd used it on the Primaris Librarian in Phobos Armor, I didn't enjoy it as much just because the metallics didn't come out that well. But maybe I should have done a colour first of all and then done the contrast paint. So that looks fantastic. Let's get it closed up. Right, let's go with some a bit of polished blue. And I'm going to go around his backpack just so it just blends the 2 of them in nicely there. The polished blue, when it runs off and goes from blue into like a silvery blue and then the silver, it's nice. I don't want to hit the flying stand because it's clear flying stand. Don't get me wrong, don't worry guys, I will throw a link up on how to do this. I did this in a video before for Assault Marines, and I'll show a link onto this video to do with them, so you can go and check it out. Right, I'm going to do the blue there, and let's have a look at the rest of the model. We'll do maybe do some blue here and there, and I'm not sure yet. Come back to you in a second, guys. I must say, I don't know if you're picking up on camera, but those wings are absolutely amazing. Along here is all light, and then it goes into dark, and then the edges of these ones are light again, goes into dark. Hopefully it dries that way, but if it doesn't, I can always give it a little touch up, it's not a problem. Right, I forgot to put Rhinox hide into the wet palette, so I've done that now, because this guy does actually have a few weapon pouches on him that again I always keep forgetting about. The hilt of his gun, no, there's a little leather pouch here. Now I'm going to go with some Screaming Skull and his feather a little paint down. Why am I doing his feather with that colour? Because I'm going to get some washes on there and really sort it out. Just want to give it a nice little light colour first of all. A bit too much water on the brush, I think. Yep. The Screaming Skulls are layer paint, so I do like these layer paints, the way they work. I'm going to leave that to dry for a minute. I'll come back to you to stand up in a second. Right, I remembered I've actually got 3 of the Primaris Marines from the Conflict magazine that they sent me originally, and then all their systems messed up and they just messed up on the whole thing and never sent them in anymore. So I've just superglued him to the base. So now it's on the correct size base, or it should be on the correct size base. So back to the painting. I'm going to go with some Retributor armor. He's got a nice little bit of trim around here that I'm going to get into. Sorry, I actually done the rest of his body in that blue as well, because I have an idea to do a little bit of dry brushing on it afterwards. This is the gold for second. And then some corn red. I'm going to start picking out a few of the gems out on him. Not all of them, just some of them. Essentially get these guys on the back here with the red. So go with it. I'm not going to go with red there. I'm going to go with Negrath Night. I'm going to get these ones on camera, yep. The one on his weapon. He's got one massive one on his forehead, which I'm going to get in there and get the angle right. Sorry, that was me just adjusting the light beside me so I can get a nice angle on that. Now I'm going to go with a, actually no, he's got some more on there. Let's get a bit of Vulcan green in there. Weapon there. I don't see any more on him. Oh, there is. Just see another one. So it's pretty much going to be that. Just keep finding more and more, I would say, because these guys love their gems. Now, there's a little line along here on his blade coming from that gem. You see on the back there a bit better. So I'm going to just whack that and just run the brush down with the green along that. Okay, so have a little go. I'm actually going to try something a little bit daring now. I'm going to go for some moot green. This is the airbrush version of the paint. I'm going to wet the brush a little bit. Take a bit of it, not too much. I'm going to run it along the blade. Some people are going to say, John, what in the hell are you doing? I had a little idea just now. This is, you know, this is an idea that I've done with Necrons as well, and it works well. I don't know if it's going to work well on this guy. That's roughly what I want. It looks really runny and really, you know, just going to mess around a little bit, move it around a little tiny bit. And his weapon, what kind am I going to do his weapon? I don't know, I'm leaning towards corn red. Added some bits of corn red. I do like painting with weapons corn red for some bizarre reason. How about if I give the top end of it a little whack of red? Maybe I should have done the red first before I painted the green gems, but it doesn't matter. Still bad boy. You see on the bit that I'm just painting in there, it's only the middle bit I want to get, but what I'm doing is, there's not much paint left on the brush. I'm going to get the middle bit and then just spread it about. So what it does is it makes it look a little bit illuminated, not too much. And you get the gun stock as well. This nice red. I'm going to leave that to dry for a minute. Contrast paint. The outside edge looks nice and dry, but the inside bit still looks a bit wet, which is crazy because when I did the Plague Bear video, sorry about the cows moving away, when I did the Plague Bear video, I put the Plague Bear flesh on them and it was 6 hours later I came back and it was still wet in places. So anyway, I'll see you in a second, guys. Right, we're going to go with this Warlock Purple now, and I'm going to add it to all the gems to bring them up from the dark red, the red gems I say, to bring them up from the dark red. See, a little bit of water on that, water it down a little bit. So I want the red to come through, but I don't want it to come through too much. Just going to whack a little bit in that little section in there, just to illuminate it a little bit more. Gents did the purple for all the rest of the gems. He's got one bit of his head. Oh wow, so I can see how quickly people get so annoyed with trying to paint these gems. There's just so many of them. So you're going to try that layer paint yellow now. Wear it down a little bit. I'm going to just do a little dab bottom corner. There we go. Just going to chuck a little bit in there as well. It's a layer paint, so it makes nice. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. It's just looking like it's building up energy. There's a tri-blaster he has. I'm not sure, I can't remember. So at this point, I might look at the gems on the back of Doom and go, oh, I don't know. But I brought down the yellow, as you can see on my finger. So where I put it on, it's sort of just going around, and that's a layer paint, so it will dull down and let the colour come through from underneath. So let me just go up beyond the gun. I'm going to try and get as many of them as possible. And just applied a little bit into his eye. Again, it will dull down, you won't really see it. What colour am I used our screaming skull? I need 4. A little dry brush on the leather pouch. So when I was originally going to do this guy, I was going to paint him silver and just do loads of different washes on him and wash him down, and I just thought to myself, you know what, I don't need to do it like that. Apart from his feather, everything else should be okay. Right, I'm going to let that dry for a minute until and just think about what colour I'm going to do the feather. Speak to you in a minute, guys. I actually had a different idea. I'm going to get some Screamer Pink, not a lot of it, and I'm going to just paint it on coming over here. Now I'm not going all the way down the gun barrel, just going from the top just down a little bit. Same thing on here. As you were saying, guys. Right, so a bit of moot green, so there's a little spillage on the side of the pot there. Right, I'm going to go back to his sword. Now it's still wet, as you can see, yeah, but I'm going to literally edge highlight that. Keep running along that edge. The idea is to add a bit more pin on the base. Oh, you silly clown. Some of you are going to laugh at me, see me taking it from the side of the pot, and I'm going to just waste it and rub it off. Another thing with this green, I do love this mint green, but another thing with this green, it breaks up the sword from the rest of the model. I just need to sort this out. I just spilled out the side there. Back to you in a second. Right, I'm going with this. It's old paint for the feather. It's like a very old wash. Don't know if GW still sell it. So if someone knows, so comment below and let me know, guys, please. Because this is, when you walk in there, you know yourself, when you walk into the model shop, you're just bombarded and mesmerised by everything there. You don't really look at paint colours properly. You just, if you need something particular, you'll get it. If not, you just grab whatever's there. I'm just going to just move that around a little bit so it doesn't pull together. I think that colour's actually had it. I smell a funny smell from it. Yeah, there's a funny smell from that, so I think that's actually had it. And by looking at the way the paint comes out, it should be darker than that. I don't know. I have had it for a very, very, very long time. Now, where's lacquer red? This is a layer paint. This is just going to be a simple little job of doing a tiny bit of layering along the gun here. Now it still looks tiny bit wet. All I want to do is get the top, and as it's a little bit wet, it's actually blending the two together. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go for this colour. Yeah, for some reason, whenever I look at this colour, it tells me it's Lothlorien blue. It's not, it's Lothern blue. So I do apologise to everyone that's been looking for that paint in GW. I'm going to switch brush actually to the dry brush. What I need. You do know you don't do at all. Get a little bit of paint on the brush. Paint myself. What I'm going for is a dry brush on the wings. But I want to start from the outside and work my way in. Obviously then this bit I can't go from there inwards, I have to go Just dab it along the edge, because otherwise I hit the gun and just. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and just dry brush, just a gentle dry brush across the armour. Not every single bit of the armour, just here and there. Definitely get the helmet, his hand. Just to really pop that up a bit more. Tiny bit of a dry brush on the backpack itself. Let's go with the wing edges again. Try and just bring that up a little bit more. And just need to wait for this feather to dry, and then I can dry brush that with something. See you soon, guys. Right, so that's done. The only thing I did to the feather is I took a little bit of Gently Purple and just dry brushed it with Gently Purple, and it looks amazing, absolutely amazing. It looks better than I first thought, with all the washes that I was going to use and everything else. With the sword, I might still go over that again with Moot Green, give it a bit more of a edge highlight. I'm not too sure yet, but you know, you guys have a look at it. I'll show you some pretty pictures in a second. You guys have a look at it and tell me what you think. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, turn on your notifications. Again, if you have any comments or anything, chuck them below. Until next time, I'll see you later. But I'll show you some pretty pictures now, guys, okay?